Okay, so here's a tutorial on how to tie a steelhead and salmon jig using schlappen feathers. So I've already attached the, I use brass beads, so I've already attached that to the hook. If you're using lead, you can just skip that step. So then I just wrap my thread. I use Kevlar thread, it's super strong. Just wrap that back. Use a little crystal flash. I like to add a fair amount of flash to mine. I'll just tie that in right there. I like to double it back like that. Add a little uneven tips in there. Take my schlappen feathers. I've already stripped this one. You want one that has a nice thin quill on it. So that's a good feather. Unlike this one, it's a bad feather. Has a lot of fluff, but it's very thick, so it'll break when you go to palmer it onto the hook or wrap it onto the hook. So I take my two feathers, line them up like that. Just going to wrap it on. Really wrap up the hook shank a little bit. Go back down a little bit. Trim that. Wrap forward. Really finish wrapping it off there. Bring it forward. Now it's time to wrap the feathers. Take them together. Pinch them together. Kind of bring the feathers back just a little bit. And then I just wrap them. This step takes a little bit of practice, but you just go carefully. Fluff them out as you go. And then as you get past the fluff, you can add a few wraps of the stringier hackle-like material onto there, just to give it a little more bulk. I just tie it off. Kind of pinch them back. Put a couple good wraps in there. If you want, you can use a bodkin or a comb to try and make sure you don't get any pinched feathers in there. And pull them out. Get all sides of the fly. Make sure it's looking good. Or not the fly, the jig. Now I just tie in my chenille. Wrap the thread forward. Wrap it on nice and tight. Finish it off. Trim the excess. Put a couple good wraps on there. I just make a couple loops. You could whip finish it if you want, but loops work just fine. And then I just trim the thread, put a little head cement on there just to secure it, and got yourself a steelhead and salmon jig. You can also tie them with egg beads if you want. Look more like this when you're done. Just the egg beads, just put them on first. Wrap your thread right at the end of them. Same result.